we have a duty to the Constitution and the duty to our people of Papua New Guinea to express matters of national interest. And what has been published in the daily newspaper by the Ombudsman Commission pertaining to the intention of the Ombudsman Commission to invoke residual powers of it has under Section 29(2) to seek, or rather to act in the case of the referral of the Chief Justice. I also echo the sentiments shared by Honorable Kua, and caution myself and caution the subject, which we'll tread on it with great caution. But there are some salient points that I think warrant a commentary or warrant a statement, and that is, the Office of the Public Prosecutor under the Constitution is an independent authority tasked with the duty to carry out prosecutions, amongst other things. Now, what has transpired is that the powers that are referred to in that notice are such that where the public prosecutor fails to act, or there is gross negligence on the part of the public prosecutor and therefore capitulates on a referral, then that residual power is invoked. In this instance, what is clear from the letter dated 8th of May, I believe, is that the acting public prosecutor has in fact acted and exhausted that constitutional duty. There seems to be a misconception or misunderstanding that the residual powers are available for what seems like an appeal, but there cannot be an appeal. And it is only in those two instances that power should be exercised. And when it is exercised, it should be exercised sparingly, with great caution. When we are discussing this matter, what must also come to light for all of us to understand is the Office of the Chief Justice is a constitutional office also, an independent one. And so this is dangerous territory in a constitutional democracy, whereby the executive arm of the government is now invited to meddle into the issues concerning the Chief Justice or the person that holds the office of the Chief Justice. And so by this course, there is an apprehension of bias already. Forcing the Chief Justice to a leadership tribunal through the NEC, or the appointing authority, even after the public prosecutor has acted lawfully, should raise a question whether the Chief Justice or the NEC is now going to be intimidating, or, members of the judiciary. This is like the good member for Citizen Young Moose did say, it's new territory, uncharted waters, and we tread with great caution and care.
Separation of powers.
This goes to the heart of the constitutional principles of separation of powers.
Yeah.
By this nature, by invoking this route, we're already asking the executive arm to interfere with the judiciary, the other arm of the government. That these are very fundamental principles embedded in our Constitution. This is a dangerous day for the rule of law. It's a very sorry day for the rule of law. And so, I'd like to make these comments lightly and just remind all stakeholders, the Ombudsman, the NEC, and the judiciary. What is even more alarming and what is more concerning, if I may, is that to refer the head of the judiciary to the NEC is to even have the Prime Minister preside over. And there are many cases that concerns members of Parliament, the Prime Minister, that are before the judiciary. Where do we draw the line? How can this be? Where do we draw the line and respect the independence of these very important constitutional arms of government? So I can only say so much, and cannot add any more to what is glaringly already obvious to the at this juncture. But it is, like I said, it's dangerous territory and never been charted before. And so these are the greatest risks that the constitution of our country faces in this instance. Not to be politicized either. So thank you very much.
Thank you. About the scandal of NMCA being the same guy that was out in the second topic. Yeah.
On another note, I noticed also recently the shifting of powers of the national planning, particularly in relation to the monitoring aspect of the Ministry for Department of National Planning and Monitoring, across to what I am now known as the National Monitoring and Coordination Authority. Now, that authority, under this new reform, would be dealing with the monitoring of public expenditure subsequent to planning. But what baffles me most is that one of the biggest programs that has been scandalous under this government has been the Connect PNG program. Now, the person heading the NMCA was one of the same secretary who implemented integrally the Connect PNG program. So how can the gatekeeper or the person in the gate be standing outside the gate with the keys again to monitor their own actions? Is that should be a matter for concern. What is going on? What is the utilities of the independence of even that monitoring, that the watchdog being the person watched? I think I should everyone should ask these questions. Where are we heading as a country? What is the administration or the executive arm doing? These reforms, whilst they may be welcome, perhaps we should again tread with great caution. We also have an administrative audit report that is still outstanding. When will this report be tabled or brought to the fore for the Connect PNG program? It's now almost over a year. Still nothing has been commented or said about it. So it'll be interesting to see how these various interventions culminate to. Thank you.